Hello everybody, this is Larry the Pin Bug Guy and welcome to Pin Case Talk number 31. I'm kicking it back here at the house and I'm in the living room today. I was going to go to out an adventure in the boonies, but I'm kind of like maybe not a good idea today. I'm having kind of a, an icky time with the spine, but that's life. First of all, before we get started and talk about a whole bunch of different kind of things here, my pin carry for the week. The Hero 007 that Greg sent with some other pins, and thank you, Greg. And my beautiful Monteverde's Sequoia, and it's almost out of ink. I think in fact it is. My All-American Conklin is out of ink. My Lamy All-Star, and this has the oblique medium nib, and this is out of ink. Like I've said before, I do a lot of writing, but I get a lot of pressure out of writing. I guess that's my way to feel better. Here's my other Lamy. This is a Safari, beautiful purple. And this has the oblique broad nib. And this little jewel still has some ink in it. So, next, I'm carrying this wonderful pen that Mary Harper sent me. Mr. Pen, the Parson Italic pen. It's just a great pen. What else can I say about it? I love it. It's a left, medium, oblique nib, italic nib. And this little jewel is almost out of ink. I still have a little less than a half a barrel. But I remember when I was reviewing and talking about this pen previously that I was thinking about maybe getting the nib smoother. But no, there's no need to. Once you find that sweet spot on this pen, you're home free. It's like butter. Just beautiful writing. And I'm not just saying this because Mary sent me the pen. I'm saying it because it's the truth. This is just my opinion, how I feel about this pen. Others may have different views about it. The only thing that I found that is hard with this pen is the clip. And you can get many different size nibs, and I need to check on Mr. Jim's website and see about a different nib and what it costs for shipping. That's the whole key. Love the pen. And here's another one, my beautiful, beloved TWSBI 580 with my beloved 1.5 stub nib that Bill, a friend of mine, thank you Bill, sent me. And I changed that out between the 1.5 and the 1.1 that Troy sent me, so thanks Troy. Love those nibs. Now I need to get me a 700 or a 700R with a medium nib, but I sure love the blue 700 that I saw on eBay. They're going for like, I think $100, but you know, you saw me do a review with Bill Manning's loaned me his 700 beautiful blue. I just fell in love with it. So next I have the Lamy Joy that I did pull out. I am giving this a try. You know, I have reviewed this pen before, but I just kind of dunked the nib in the ink and wrote with it, but I really need to give it a good workout. I'm using the Lamy cartridge that came with it, with the blue ink. And right now I'm having some difficulties with the nib. Hard starts, dries out. So, and then it writes. When it writes, you have to apply some pressure on the nib to get it to writing. But when it writes nicely. But that's what I've been finding out about this particular nib. Now that doesn't mean I dislike the nib, it just means that this nib has problems. So what I'm going to do is later today I'm going to empty out the ink and put some Diamine Blue Velvet in there probably, or maybe some Monteverde. I'm going to test it out with some other inks, see if it gets a better ink flow with some more, with some different nibs, with some more lubricated ink rather, and just go from there. The oblique broad that I'm using in the oblique medium, no problem that I'm having with those nibs, or with the medium or the fine nib. In that matter, they all write real well. This is the only nib that I've had a problem with, and I think I have a 1.5 that also is doing well, but all the nibs function properly, just this one here. So I don't know why, but I know one of the viewers that commented, she has a Lamy Joy and she uses a 2.5 and she loves it. And I've asked her to, if she would, to share a writing sample, because I love to see how a 2.5 writes. And last but not least, my next carry. So this pen holds 6 pens. I have 7 in there, and it doesn't hold that. So 6, 7, 8, and this will be 9. 9 pens that were inked up for the week, and this one is my wonderful to die for my Mont Blanc 149 with a medium 18K nib that I bought this year from Anderson's Pens, and I really do love this pen. And what I plan on doing, and I don't want Brian or Lisa Anderson to know about it, it's a secret. So let's don't tell them. Shh, secret. I'm going to buy another Mont Blanc from Anderson Pens next year too. I'm going to try to keep buy at least one high-end pen each year from Anderson's Pen, God willing. I just like Anderson Pen style. They rock. They're courteous, polite, helpful, and I think they go out of the way to make sure that their customers are content, satisfied, and get what they want, and they'll sure do their best to get you what you want. So, thought I'd give them a plug. Peace, Andersons. Anyway, so now let's get down to some business. I think I need a shot of Starbucks vanilla latte. I can drink this all day long. I've said before that I am working on a new presentation. Mr. Announcer and me are working vigorously together to put something fun, unique, vibrant, interesting, powerful, dynamic. When my video comes on, so that's what we're working on. and my plans are to launch it January 1st. And you know, January 1st is just around the corner. Also, here's some other things on my mind. I want to share it with all of you guys out there, because it's you guys that are the important ones, not me. As you know, really, and I'm not just saying this over and over again just to blow my horn, but I truly love fountain pens. May it be $1.49, Jinhao, Hero, doesn't matter. Or it could be mid-range, high-end, or higher-end pen. I just love fountain pens. Why? Well, a fountain pen is something that, to me, it's an instrument that has a heart in it, and that heart is the nib. And I like the way a fountain pen writes. I like to see that nib just kind of sings across the paper as I'm writing with it. And that's what really got my attention. And then, you know, the way a fountain pen looks. There's some fountain pens that I dig, but it's not doing much for me, if you can understand that. I'm not really into vintage pens, but I did start out with some Esterbrook fountain pens, thanks to the gentleman, Chris Rappin, I believe. He's a reviewer. You might want to check him out. He sent me some Esterbrook's. I love them. And then I bought a few more. Esterbrook is a fine writing instrument. And if y'all have never seen any of Chris's reviews, you might want to check him out. The gentleman knows his stuff. And he has just an abundance, of fountain pens. Over 1,000, I bet. He's got so many fountain pens, he'll never run out of reviews. In fact, he doesn't have to buy any more fountain pens because he has so many. But he is the man to watch. I really like the details, the history. And then another one that I enjoy watching is Wasky Squirrel, I believe that's his handle on YouTube, Jason. He's a science teacher in North Dakota. And he's the one that also does the road trips, which I really like. He goes here and there, out and about, and I really love that stuff, because at one time when I was able, I used to do that stuff. So that kind of, hit home with me when he does that, and I like the small towns that he goes through. And believe it or not, when I see him going through the towns or the country or wherever, I pay attention to every little detail. That's cool. So you might want to watch him, check him out. Really nice guy. And then let's go across the sea for a bit. And I believe the gentleman goes by Grandma's Pens, Steph. Now there's you a man that knows his stuff. He restores pens, and if you watch his reviews, you'll see what he can do with a fountain pen. This man knows what he's doing and what he's talking about. I don't think there's nothing that Steph doesn't know about a fountain pen. The work that he does on fountain pens is just a joy for me to see. A fountain pen, when he first gets it, sometimes they're in real bad shape. And then after he gets done restoring the pen, I'm talking about inside, outside, the whole 9 yards. So you might want to check Steph out. Great guy, nice guy. He knows pins. That's for sure. And then another person is the person that started me and helped me on my journey, Dr. Stephen Brown. He lived out in the Netherlands, but I think him and his wife now are in Canada for a while. Sharp guy. He knows his stuff about fountain pens. You need to check him out if you hadn't done that. Stephen can take them apart, put them back together. He can make them wetter, drier, change nibs out, even on the Mont Blanc. Takes a special tool. You can do that, whatever. Stephen's the man, knows the stuff. I've never met any of these gentlemen before, the ones I've mentioned. I wish one day I could, but you know, they're all too far away. The only pin show I go to is the Dallas Pin Show. So, but Stephen rocks as well. And another one is Matt. I think the Pin Habit. He's another guy that does a great job on fountain pens. He's got his own style. He's unique in every way, but he's very good at what he does. So you might want to give him a try as well. Last but not least, Mighty Mike. Mike Madison, I think. He, God, Mike, I'm sorry, I'm butchering this. He does a lot of the ink reviews. He's grew up here in Texas, and I forgot what state he's in now, but he's a professor at some college where he lives now. But he also does pen reviews, inks, paper. But he does a great job. And I've got to meet Mike the first time I went to the pen show where he was working at Franklin Christoph's table, him and his wife, and I bought this pen case and got to meet him there. But I didn't get to see Mike this year at the Dallas Pen Show. I guess we got crossed. I think he was, when I was there, I got there early because I had things I got to get done. Good thing I did get there early, but he had to go pick up his mom, I believe, at the airport. So, and I think I left around 11, and that place was already getting packed. So I missed him. I did look for him, but I didn't find him. So I missed him out there. I did get to meet Kevin. That was cool, from Fountain Pen Revolution. And I am going to be meeting up with Kevin maybe this year, as soon as I can get me a date where I'm able to meet him and see if he's open on whatever weekend I can come up with. So then I'll be doing an interview with him on that. So I can't wait to do that. Kevin's got some really cool, great affordable pens, and just a real nice guy. And I got to meet him really finally at the pen show and met his boys. Nice kids. And I think it was Gary or Jerry, at the Aurora table back there. And I got to use one of the Auroras. I forgot what model it was, but it had a flex nib. And let me tell you, this pen was to die for. I've never ever written with a pen that had a heart of gold. It was just like, yes, I must have this pen, but I didn't get it. But I'm going to try to get a hold of him, and I've got his card and see if he remembers what pen it was and where I can find it, because this pen was to die for. Loved it. I did get to meet Anna. She does the colorings. She's working at the Van Ness table, and I bought some inks and met her. Delightful lady, cool, love her to death, very helpful, very knowledgeable, very talented. So that was cool. And I met Danny finally, one of my viewers out there. And hello, Danny, peace, love. Danny's a cool guy. In fact, Danny's the one that told me about the ink that I purchased 2 different bottles from Van Ness. So got to see him, and we hanged out for a little bit. And there was a few more people I got to meet, but you know I'm bad on names. So, but I had a blast at the Dallas Pink Show, and I'm already planning for next year. Okay, so. Oh, I did see Lisa and Brian briefly as well. So, now let's talk about some other things. This might be a little lengthy video. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I had to get my buddy here. This is Cubby, the Cabish. He's the boss. This is my heart. This is my pride and joy, my Cubby. We do everything together. Don't we, Cub? Yes, we do. He's a sweetie of a sweetie. Cubby's 13 years old. And if you have doggies or kitties in your family, give them all the love you can while you still have them. Because they give all the love they can as well. And Cubby sleeps with me every night. And he also gets his snacks at night, don't you? So anyway, back to what I was saying, that I needed to up my game, improve what I do. Now here's the trouble I'm running into. It's like damned if I do, damned if I don't. I used to, when I first started the videos, give history about whatever I'm reviewing. Talk about the pen. Give the details, describing it. Give as much history I can. And of course the dimensions, etc., about the pens, and then the writing sample. Well, some people didn't like that. Too long, too boring. So I changed it up, and I kept everything but the history. Like just, for example, the Monteverde sequoia, that's the giant trees from California that they modeled this pen after. I would give a history and talk about the pen, so I quit doing that. And some people missed it. Some people don't want to hear about dimensions. Some do. So I'm trying to find a fine line to please everybody, but that's going to be hard to do. I've talked to many people, and they just said, Larry, do what you do, and that's it. So I'm working on that. Also, when I talk about the pen, the cameras, when I first got into this, got a camera like $400, and it wasn't doing the job. The audio was bad on it. Didn't have much of a zoom lens at all, and really couldn't show the nib or the quality of the pen, close-up of the writing unless you get right on it. So went and got this Sony we got, and it's a widescreen. It does better. It's got a better audio on it, but still, it doesn't give enough detail to the pen. when I'm showing a nib and talking about a nib, let's say the tip of the nib, if it has a little ball on it, I like to show it. Or if it's a stub nib, I like to show the cut on it. If it's an oblique nib, a left nib, left oblique nib, I like to show that slant on it. And just talk about that nib, show the detail of a nib in the feed, and show a better, richer, bolder color of what the fountain pen looks like. And then when I'm doing writing examples, like to do a close-up of the writing example, and this camera is just not cutting it. Well, combine both cameras, that's like $700 already. So one of my viewers, I asked, and he's checking into it to see what he's going to come up with, his ideas. He does. He's had done some reviews before. He knows what he's talking about. Also, Bill out there sent me a lens that you can put on your phone, and that's what we've been using to take a better picture of the nib. But it's hard to use that while I'm actually talking about the pen and showing the nib. I can't do that. I have to wait till after I'm done with the review and then take pictures of the pen and then put it all together and then post it. So I was talking to the gentleman, and he mentioned why not think about starting a Kickstarter and to let all the viewers know that I'm thinking about doing the Kickstarter program, and what all the money would go to would be for a better upgrade camera, and also some fountain pens. But those fountain pens, I'm not going to be keeping. Those are going to be giveaways. So that's what I'm thinking about doing right now. So if you got any ideas or comments, I appreciate it. Just be constructive, please. While we're at it and talking, let me just square one thing away. When I am not at home, out and about, I may do a live video. And when I do a live video, it's cool. I know where I'm at. The people know me. It's not like I'm a stranger there doing videos. You know, I don't take videos of anybody but me or people I know. If they don't want to be in the video or the picture, I don't do that. So I'm very respectful, very professional when I'm out and about, and so it's all good. So I hope that kind of clarifies things. So what else? Oh, I know what else. I was going to discontinue giving away the Jinhao fountain pens and just go with Preppies and some different pens. Even some Pilot Metropolitans. Because I thought the people out there in Larry's Fountain Pens world was like bored out with Jinhaos. Well, they're not, because I've got many emails about if I would to keep the Jinhaos, because they like them. And the Jinhaos are a good pen. So I'm going to keep them back in. In fact, I'm waiting for about 5 or 6 different Jinhaos to come in. They're the 450s, 750s, but they're all broad nibs. I think I've got 1 or 2 that I've reviewed that have broad nibs. And the one I bought with a broad nib, the Jinhao, I think I bought that, oh, what was the place? I'll think of it in a minute and let you know. Coffee time, sorry. So anyway, that's what's been going on in the background here. This is what I've been doing. Let me y'all know what you think about the setup. I'm doing this in the living room right quick. Got my buddy here with me. That's my sweetie. Yep. We never get tired of each other. Yep. That's Cubby. Say, Cubby, say hello to everybody. Hello. Well, soon it's going to be Halloween. So, you know what I'm thinking about? I'm thinking about it's going to be time for a pin giveaway. So, hopefully some of those pins will be in. Oh, I did get some black ones. In fact, they're all black. Are they the 566, the ones that look like the All-Stars, Lamis? I really like those pins. They write really well. I gave one to a friend of mine, and he loves it. And he's using the Diamond, is it Blue Velvet? Great flow in that pen. It just writes really nice. I love it. So I got some of those coming in. But I need to plan for a giveaway. And I'll probably announce it next week sometime, because I want to have the giveaway before or on Halloween, something close to that. So, what's your plans for Halloween? Staying home, giving candy out to trick-or-treaters, taking the kids out. Before you know it, it's going to be Christmas soon. Right here we'll have the Christmas tree. We always put a live tree up right here. And Cubby is going to get some babies. Cubby loves babies. He has his little stuffed animals that squeak. Now, Cubby's been through a lot. He only has 4 teeth left, his front ones. So, and he's had some kidney problems that started. And but he, other than that, he's been doing pretty good for 13 years old. He'll be 14 years old in January. And so we have him on baby food. And he eats roast beef. And I chop it up really fine so he can eat it. And I buy him the Oscar Mayer ham. He likes that. And I tear off little pieces and give it to him. Hard-boiled eggs. I make sure I grind them up real good for him so he can eat them. So that's what Cubby eats. So, and he does have an appetite. So, anyway, this is what I've got going on. But talk about nibs for a minute. What's really cool about the Jinhao pens, in any pen that uses a number 6 nib, you can change those nibs out and just have a lot of fun just writing. You know, you can do it from extra fine, fine, medium, broad, 1.1, etc. So the Jinhaos, especially the 450s, 750s, and 159s, I do a lot of change out on nibs, and I use the Anderson nibs, Goulet, Knox nibs. I haven't tried the Edison nib yet, or the Fountain Pen Revolution. They have a number 6 size nib, and I think I have one or two of those. So I'm going to give that a whirl. Oh, somebody was asking me for about a good flex nib. What came to mind was Fountain Pen Revolution has a nice flex nib. I believe that's a number 6. because they have 5.5 nibs and number 6 size nibs. So the number 6 size nibs, I think I've done a review on it, and it really was is a nice flex nib. And the Noodler's Ahab, their flex nibs, I like them. You know, you have a lot of people that don't like Noodlers, don't like the flex nibs. I like them. I like Noodler's pens, and anyway, the Ahabs, the Conrads. One day, God willing, I'd love to get one of the music nibs. I've yet to get that, and I just want one so bad. But be patient, Larry. I say, be patient. So, I hear that they just lay down the ink. Love it. I love wet, juicy nibs. I don't have a problem if my pen is a real heavy, wet writer. I love it. I'm that kind of folks. Also, I have small hands, but I love large pens, oversized pens. I don't have a problem with it. I can write for hours, and my hands don't bother me, hurt, and I'm just good to go with it. Just about any pen, except I'm not really keen on a small pen. I'll have to post them usually to make them fit better in my hand, but slim pens are okay. But favorites are the oversized pens, jumbo fat pens, and like Edison, I've got one of the Edison's pens, great pen, and that would be to me a cigar shape, a large pen. And one of Andrew Reaver bought one of his pens. That's a nice pen. It's slim but long. It's nice. And I have several of the Gin Howe 159s, 750s, 450s. The Mont Blancs I really like. The 149s I love. The Legrand, I like it. It works well in the hand. I know I was going to mention the Mont Blanc 149. I have two of them. One's a 14K nib and the other's an 18K nib. Which do you prefer, the 14 or the 18? Do you think that the 14K has more spring to it, has just a little more flavor than that 18? I'll be telling you what I think in about a week or so. That 14K can really sing, let me tell you that. So, okay folks, well I'm going to shut things down now. We've been at this for almost a little over 30 minutes now. So I hope y'all are still with me. And I heard that subscribers are going up and up. We're going to soon be there. And what I plan on doing, one last thing, I won't keep you, then we all can split and get out of here. I'm going to be using the Anderson pens, Fountain Pen Revolution, Renfix, I think that's how you pronounce his name, but the W. He's the one on eBay with the pen cases. Probably Goulet, Gold Spot. A few of these people that I know, I'm going to kind of like spread the love. And when I do some giveaways, I'll be in contact with them, and I'll pay for whatever it is that's going to be a giveaway. And then when we draw the winner's name, we'll announce the winner as always. And as soon as the winner responds, then I'll give them the information. But then I'll get a hold of, let's just say Anderson Pens, and say to whoever, go ahead and ship that bottle of ink or that pen to, and I'll give the full name and address, blah, blah, blah. Or they could be gift certificates. I was thinking about that as well. So tell me what your thoughts about that. But I still have some preppies to give away, some heroes. Thank you to Greg. He sent me some of those to give away. I think that's going to kind of wrap it up for today. So, thank you for spending time with me today on Sunday. And I hope everybody has a great day. And I'm feeling pretty good today. And I'm trying to get over the loss of pens. Yeah, I still have my moments. That was a major loss. Major. One that I will never, ever be able to replace. But I guess that's life. And we move on. All right, guys. Peace, love. God bless each and every one of you. Spread the word about Larry's fountain pens. I'm in it to stay. And it's only going to get better. Love you guys. Later.